The Anti-Corruption Court in Milimani has sentenced two DCI officers, Corporal Julius Onyango Oguma and Charles Macharia Wanjiru, to 5 years and 1 year in prison, respectively, after they were found guilty of receiving a bribe, concealing evidence, and obstructing Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission officers on lawful duty. Two shot at EACC officers in an attempt to evade arrest while receiving a 200,000 shilling bribe from a Chinese national who was in the country illegally. NTV's Melita Oletenges has more.
The two were found guilty of receiving a bribe, concealing evidence, and obstructing EACC officers on lawful duty. Chief Magistrate Thomas Nzioki ruled that the prosecution had proved the case against Corporal Julius Onyango Oguma and Police Constable Charles Macharia Wanjiru beyond any reasonable doubt.
This one you can blame yourself because you are the one who went away with this money. Ordinarily, I would have considered a more linear sentence.
In 2018, EACC received a report that the two DCI officers had detained a Chinese national at Kabete police station for being in the country without proper documentation. They had demanded a bribe of 1 million shillings to set him free. EACC moved to arrest one of the officers as he was receiving the 200,000 shillings as part of the demanded bribe. The mission was unsuccessful after the officer was assisted to escape by his colleague after firing several shots at the EACC investigators.
The sentence, you had 12 months plus 3 years, that's 4 years, plus 12, that's a total of 5 years. The choice is yours. I've allowed you to at least raise the money.
The suspects were arraigned before court on 29th May 2022 after the Director of Public Prosecutions concurred with the recommendations of the Commission that they be charged for the offences. They had been in remand at the Industrial Area Prison since the investigations into the matter began. Corporal Julius Onyango Oguma was fined 500,000 for receiving a bribe of 200,000 shillings or in default serve 1 year in jail. A mandatory fine of 1 million shillings or in default 3 years in prison, and 400,000 shillings for concealing evidence and in default to serve 1 year in prison. Police Constable Charles Macharia Wanjiru was fined 400,000 shillings for obstructing EACC officers on duty or to serve 1 year in prison. The sentencing of the two is a win for EACC in the fight against graft. Melita Oletenges, NTV.